Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, everyone on the stream can hear us. A nice thumbs up from somebody in the chat, if you can. But yeah, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Darkness of Amon'Gul, episode number 2 in our high fantasy campaign set in the continent of Creydor. We are the Conduits of Chaos, a group of D&D enthusiasts and gamers from Wales, and in tonight's episode we'll be picking up from our first session 2 weeks ago. But with that, first off, a big thank you to those who did tune in to our first episode and supported us. If you haven't managed to catch that session yet, you can find the video on our Twitch and YouTube channels, and all the links are in the channel information below. And secondly, we do have a few surprises up our sleeve for you this week. We all appreciate we're not professional streamers yet, and we've taken on board your feedback to make some much needed improvements, including the brand new overlays that you can all see. So hopefully everything looks all right from your end. It certainly does from our end. But yeah, let's hope for a much smoother session tonight and burst in full of energy. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's the enthusiasm. Great. We are one person down tonight. Unfortunately, Ezra isn't feeling great, so we're all wishing you well and a speedy recovery, Ezra. Hopefully you are tuned in. Listen to us. Will obviously help you get better. But yeah, everyone else feeling good tonight?
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah. All good.
Just left us on a cliffhanger last time, Mike.
Yeah, we did. And I suppose, Mark, that is a good segue into the next session and our recap. So,
yeah,
let me chuck some music on and we'll get the show started. Hopefully that's coming through for everyone on the stream as well. So, yeah. So in last session and our first session, you found yourself surrounded by treasure in Dagalig's tomb. You collected some of the coins, gemstones, trinkets that were there and began your journey back to Earthfield. As you exited the tomb, you found that the outside had begun to change and was sort of transforming before your very eyes. The large sand dunes that littered the ruins of the ancient city had started to wither away, and you could see life growing among the ruins and the surrounding hills. Even the rain had started to fall across what was previously a scorched and arid landscape. Drent and Cathbad, as you looked out towards the smaller mountains that overlooked the ruins, the rain had actually turned into a heavy downpour, and a stream of water had started to make its way towards you and the large ground depression to your east. You figured this perhaps was the land regenerating itself, and this was the remnants of an old lake. And as you continued your journey back to Earthfield, which was a good day's travel from the ruins, you stopped at the old mountain pass graveyard that you'd passed earlier in your journey and rested up for the night. The night took a bit of a strange turn, however, with all but Drent, who was soundly dreaming of his heroic tales, were awoken by the sound of Ezra thrashing around and shouting out in his sleep. And after a bit of discussion where Lovac made you aware of the old bugbear saying that you should never wake a sleeping goblin, you made the decision to leave Ezra and carried on with your sleep. Meanwhile, in Ezra's dreams, however, he was witnessing a horror he didn't expect. He found himself reliving the moment he died in Dagalig's tomb, fading away from his body as the world around started to turn dark and unfamiliar, until he was surrounded in complete darkness. A strange demonic creature with black wings and gangly arms had seized Ezra's body in his dream, making him feel as though the very essence of his soul was being agonizingly torn apart, as though he was being tortured violently. Until a flash of light woke him from his nightmare and he found himself awakening in a sweating rage. The next morning, and With empty stomachs, not much was said, and you carried on your journey back to Earthfield for some much-needed lunch. At least, that's what you hoped. As you arrived at Earthfield, it was clear it had suffered its own troubles in your absence, and after speaking with some local bakers, Bigger and Ivor Badbottom, you found out that the town had been attacked by all manner of undead creatures while you were gone. As you ventured back towards the guild hall, you met Mayor Strollock Panbasher, who instantly recognized Skromron and thanked you all for your support in ridding the disease from the plague lands, which had seemingly stopped the events unfolding in the town. He did carry some sad news, however, that one of your own adventurers had also fallen, which you later discovered to be Bracken, the paladin from the other guild group that was helping protect the town. He urged you to go back to the guild hall to rest and planned a feast for later that evening to celebrate your heroic deeds and help raise the spirits of the locals. Back at the guild hall, Bracken's group had ceremonially wrapped him and prepared the pyres for their passing. Kikath told you of his heroic death, of how he saved the remainder of the group and townsfolk from being overrun as the barricades of the temple had been breached. She also told you of the efforts of a local cook, who had also shown great skill and cunning. As the evening started to draw on, with a welcomed return of some merriment and amusement, everyone gathered around to hear of your heroic tales, as Drent recanted the story to the audience, with the support, of course, of Cathbad, who in awe of his new staff used the orb at its end to light the wall where Grizz displayed some fine shadow puppets of Drent's tales. And Lovak, of course, also provided some background sound effects of monsters. Ah. As you reached the end of your story and told parts of what Dagalig had told you about the god's plight, Drent and Cathbad noticed a statue of the guild leader, Grand Adventurer Savea, move. Before you had the chance to question it, however, a blue mist filled the space near Skomron, and you found Savea appearing before you, intrigued and elated at the information you had uncovered. And that's where we'll pick up tonight's episode. You find yourselves enjoying some fine local ale, courtesy of the nearby Flaskhorn Brewery, and Grand Adventurer Savea has appeared before you. A fine tale of your heroics, Drent. I especially liked the shadow puppets and sound effects from Grizz and Lovak. Very entertaining.
Well, Savea, you sound a lot like Skomron, our friend here.
Yeah, I studied for 3 years at puppetry school.
Well, it shows, Grizz.
So you're the mighty Savea of whom we've heard so much. What?
In the very flesh.
Well, what brings you to these parts?
Well, I was in the neighborhood and I heard of the news and your tales, and I felt my presence was required.
Yeah, we found a big tomb.
So I heard from Drent's tales. Not a lot goes by these places without me hearing of them.
Yeah, so our last adventure took us through some very dark moments.
Aye.
Lots of traps too.
I should like to hear more about it. The lands are becoming ever more dangerous. I myself was investigating reports of ice giants threatening the lands near Ironwater. There were indeed tracks, however. They led off into the Goblin Ranges. Strange for such creatures to travel so far south, but this seems to be becoming the new norm in these lands. Indeed, for such new adventurers, you've seen much in such a short space of time.
Do we get a promotion soon? Is there, like, Is there like adventurer, second class, first class, that kind of thing? Is that a thing?
Does it depend on how much of a cut we give from our our loot?
Yeah, do we get bigger badges? Anything like that?
Branding, perhaps.
I feel like we definitely aren't the novices we were when we set out. Now we've seen some sights.
And he gives a little sort of belly chuckle to himself. Aye, as does many adventurers say when they've experienced such things. You still have a lot to learn, my dear brothers. But you have shown much promise, that is for sure. And Scomron, I applaud you for their training. Got to get different Scottish accents going. Thank you, Savea. But they show their own skill and cunning. I'm very proud of them. They showed just great strength in the tomb. I myself wouldn't be alive without them, I'm sure. I even took a lightning bolt to the ass. So how fare you all, adventurers? Are you feeling rested after your journey?
Like, I've still got a lot of cobwebs from the tomb all over me, but other than that, I'm good.
Better than I felt in a while. The accursed illness that myself and Lovak and I think Trent had as well has worn heavy on us, but we seem to be doing well now.
Excellent. Well, let us feast tonight and honor the dead. There will be plenty of time for questions in the morrow. I should very much like to hear the full detail of what you've uncovered. And he puts his arm around Scomron and says, "Come, my friend, let us reminisce for a moment," as he walks him towards the fireplace, just sort of a few feet from the group, and allows you to carry on chatting.
Pretty big deal, the head of the guild coming, right?
Was he actually a statue?
I don't know.
I didn't really notice him.
I didn't want to ask. Like, it just seems as if he appeared out of nowhere, right?
Perhaps it's some mystic power we've yet to come across.
I mean,
Very
that'd be quite
impressive
handy.
skill.
Does anyone remember the name of that Brotherhood? Brotherhood of something flame that we should ask him about tomorrow?
Is this
Priest of the Lightning Flame. No.
Oh, there.
White Flame?
Yes.
Was it Brotherhood of the Lightning Flame?
Or something Lightning Flame.
So,
We can figure it out tomorrow.
Sorry, I'll help you out there, so because you would all remember this, but yeah, it's the Brotherhood of White Flame.
White Flame,
Okay.
yeah.
I have a feeling that it changed because I wrote Brotherhood of the Lightning Flame a few
Yes, so
weeks
did
ago
I.
in a session. Yeah.
There we go. Even some of the helpful folk in chat have clearly watched the first episode.
Thank you.
And a massive thanks, Pink Freud, for the subscribe. Much appreciated.
I'll just change my notes from weeks and weeks ago then. I'm sure that is White Flame.
Yeah.
Joking. Yes, I too have things on my mind that I'd like to run past our grand leader.
Like what?
Are you planning on taking up horse whispering?
He will be paying me well for the lessons, but I wish to find out more about my own kind. But now is not the time to discuss. I'll I'll have a think about it and sleep on it, and we'll see what Savea has to advise.
Lovely. Is there any way we can get a bath before we get too drunk?
Hmm.
I could really need one. Well, I'll get one tomorrow, I suppose.
Hey! Why would you need to get a bath? Like Scomron over here, yeah. Just enjoy the evening. And he carries on back talking. He's clearly had a couple of jars himself.
I get the sense that this might be the last time in a while where we'll be somewhere where we could get a bath for a bit.
That's what I was thinking.
There's
Yeah.
rooms everywhere. What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, okay.
Lovak had his bath, didn't he, when the rains came down?
Yeah, he's good for another 12 months there, isn't he?
Cool. So as you all sort of continue to be merry and enjoy yourselves and talking about potential baths, along with the other townsfolk, of course, enjoying themselves, a delightful and exquisite smell fills the air as Kickath tipsily shouts out to a man who is laying a fine-looking hog roast on the table, much to Lovak's delight. Ah, the cook! Come here, rest, drink with us. It would be an honor to have another hero among us. And...
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Yes, excellent. And with that, as the cook walks over, we'll welcome Gav to the table to introduce his character to the campaign.
Hello. I am Brodersen, come from up the north, and I'm but a humble cook. Nice to meet you all. Brodersen. You can call me Broder.
Are you the cook that handled himself well in the fighting?
Oh, well, I did dispatch a couple of people, yes.
With your pans?
Oh, not quite. They were too tough for that. I used the knives. Same knives, actually, that I cooked your hog roast with.
Oh. Did you wash them before you started cooking?
Oh, of course. Washed and blessed. The local cleric also did his handiwork and made sure that they were clean of both disease and the soul.
I was extremely impressed with your skills with a kitchen knife. You made swift work of some of those reanimated corpses.
Oh, well, they weren't quite reanimated, I don't think, only partly.
Have you kept any of those? Because maybe Lovak would be interested in some of those corpses.
Oh, I left them where they were, moved on to the next one, and then came back to the kitchen. Kitchen's where I am, always in the kitchen. Have you tried the hog?
Not yet. Kind of transfixed by this new cook who's just walked in at the moment.
Oh, try the meat. There's plenty of time for us to talk later.
Yes,
Okay.
I know I'm not supposed to, but it does look delicious. I'll have a bite myself.
Kikath is just so impressed with you. She's like, where did you learn your skills with those knives? So good.
In the kitchen, isn't it? You got the pig, and you got all the organs, you know where they are, and you get the practice. All you need is just the skills and the practice.
And she's like that with her hands. Precision, yeah?
She sort of strikes towards me. I'll take my hand and bat it away, just to make a bit of a show of it.
Oh, see? He's quick.
What's the biggest animal you've ever cooked?
Oh, well, I think it must be a pig maybe twice this size. This is just a
What?
baby.
You don't cook human, do you?
Oh, you mean the long pig? No. Never done that. Never come across anyone who needed it.
So we know what do you look like?
Quite a sort of large-bellied, big bearded fellow, quite rosy cheeks, quite a big nose, so like kind of spread across his face, so quite a broad nose, like a darky ginger beard, and then wearing a big chef's hat.
Nice.
Are you human then, I assume?
Yes.
You
Sound like someone I've
then,
overcooked.
What was that like?
I said your typical cook then, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
But a humble cook.
Amazing. Yeah, and Kikat's like, well, it's nice to be drinking with you. To Brodersen. Yeah.
Brodersen. Broder to you.
Brodersen.
Hey, can I call you just Bro for short?
Oh, yes, you call me what you will.
Okay. Cheers, bro.
Bro.
Bro the mighty, the
Bro-
slayer of the undead.
Bro the
I like
hero. Yeah, slayer of the undead.
He slices, he dices.
What do I call you, gentlemen?
Well, I'm Grizz. You can call
Nice
me
to meet you,
Grizz or Grizz. Can't shorten Grizz.
Grizz it is. Well, I mean, we could shorten it, but we won't. We'll call you Grizz.
Okay.
And your furry friend here? Not a pig, I trust, eh?
Over. Just eating under me.
How's the hog, Lovak? I don't think I've met a talking furbolg before.
A pleasure to meet you. I look towards Grizz for some kind of praise.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did good. You did good, Livak.
Pleasure to meet you.
Excellent. So you all sort of have a little bit of an introduction and pass on some just fellow tales and get to know each other a little bit. And Savea walks over to the group and he obviously overheard part of the story and he's heard briefly from Kikath and Skomron of your actions, and he gives you a sort of gentle pat on the shoulder and says, "A hero you are indeed. It is courageous folk such as yourself that we value highly in our guild. I give you my thanks, Brodersen. The guild is indebted to you for saving our own. If there is anything we can do for you, please ask."
Might I speak to you in private? I do have some information that I'm looking for.
Of course. Let's worry about such things in the morning. Stay with us this evening. Be merry. Skomron, there's plenty of room here, right? Yes, of course, Savea. I shall ensure a bed is prepared for him.
Do you think you could eat more than Ezra for Broder?
Very kind. I wonder how much Ezra can eat. Sizing him up and down, he doesn't seem all that to me. I think I could outpace him.
Oh, the challenges.
Ezra, what say you?
And you all look around and you notice Ezra isn't with you anymore. He must have just sort of slipped away when you were all so intrigued at Brodersen and the hog roast that had been brought to the table.
Did he take his great axe with him?
You give it back to him, didn't you? So I assume so.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It's unlike Ezra to turn his nose up at free food like this.
Yeah, I think maybe he just didn't want to be talking to us about his dream.
Maybe we should just let that slide unless it
No good tea for
brings him
dreams,
to
I
harm.
do.
Okay, Cathbert, I'm gonna just bring it up with him when it's like the least opportune moment. That's what I'm gonna do. So just that's what's gonna happen. Okay, like in a battle or something.
Go for it.
And Squamron's just like, "Aye, let's just leave him to enjoy himself tonight. He needs some rest. He didn't sleep well, did he?"
No, he did not.
I suppose that's what happened when you die, right? Squamron's just got this in his head. He's a little bit tipsy and he just can't stop himself. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to just carry on drinking, enjoying yourself? I mean, conscious we don't need to go through the entire night. So if you want me to flip through to the morning.
Then we'd still be telling tall tales, or real tales, I guess, about our adventures to anyone who'd listen.
Yeah, so there's plenty of townsfolk who are still there, but the numbers are starting to dwindle as they all sort of realise in their little drunken haze as well that they've got their houses, their homes, their well-being and to repair. The town is still in a bit of a state.
Head off to bed for me, I think.
Yeah, generally speaking, I think Cathbad would want to turn in reasonably early after the travel and adventures we've had.
How much of the hog is left at the end of the night?
So you guys have been talking for a fair few sort of hours. I'd say there's a quarter of a roast left. Feedback has been pretty good. A lot of people don't get to eat such delicious meat. So yeah.
Broder, is there any chance by any chance that you make your own ale?
Well, no, but I could try it one day.
Knowing someone who can cook and make beer sounds like such a fine man.
I'll gather it, ale and brewing and all that sort of thing. Very similar to bacon, is what I've heard. I can make a fantastic loaf of bread.
Oh, we'll have to try that one day.
Oh, yes. Not a problem. Anytime you want. Are you sticking around Earthfield, are you?
We'll find out tomorrow, I think. We may head off somewhere else, but we'll see what Grandmaster Savea has to say in the morning, I think.
I don't think we ever stay around anywhere for any length of time, do we, really? It's always one thing and then the next thing, right?
Well, maybe the next time you're back at Earthfield, I can make you an ale and get it ready for you. Brew it.
Scomron nudges Grizz. Hey, that's the life of an adventurer.
Yeah, I know.
Never at one place for too long. Come on. What would life be without a little adventure, eh?
I'm ready to get back on the road already.
His eyes starting to go now as he's clearly drunk too much ale. And he's like, hey, maybe this is time for me to head off to bed. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Scumron.
Brodersen is abed there.
Brodersen is a bed, you're right. Yes. Go to bed then.
Cool. Was there anything else you guys wanted to cover, or are you happy to rest for the night?
I want to find out what Savea's got to say in the morning, so straight to bed.
Turning in for a rest.
Great. All right, so you all sort of head back to to chambers. I mean, you've been to the guild hall before. You roughly know part of the layout. There's no assigned rooms. You just find a room and a bed to stay for the night. And yeah, you all get a nice restful night's sleep. Well, a drunken restful night's sleep. We'll see what people's hangovers are like in the morning. But yeah, so the dawn breaks, and the next morning, the first person to be awoken by a knock on the door is Brodersen. As you just hear Scomron's voice. Brodersen, Savea has kindly asked for an audience. Would you please join me?
Yes. No problem. No problem.
And he gives you some moments to get yourself together, and you open the door, and he just looks completely disheveled. Like, he looks like he's still drunk, to be fair, from the night before. It's like, hey, you sleep well?
Oh, the comfiest I've had in a long time.
Excellent. Savea would like to talk to you.
Very good. And where is she?
So follow me, and he walks you off to a room that's just off the dining hall where you were last night. And in this room, it's a medium-sized room. It's about sort of 30-40 feet in size, and there's comfortable seating, and a small fire is lit. There's also some leftover food and drink on the table, just to the side from last night's gathering. And Savea's just there, sat on what looks like to be like just a leather chair next to the fire, and he asks you to sit. And he's just, so, tell me about yourself, Brodersen. What is it we can offer a courageous and valiant soul such as yourself?
Oh well, I'm looking for a man. He has wronged me very greatly, and I need. I don't use this word lightly. I need retribution.
I see what you mean. A debt.
He's a powerful man, I think. I do not know his name. I do not know his identity, but I must seek revenge. And I understand that you have lots of spies and lots of people who are able to do your bidding for you.
Aye, that we do. We have a vast network of informants. If it's somebody you seek, we should be able to find information to support you in this endeavour. A debt that must be paid, I guess, is it?
So to speak. He has wronged me, and I believe that his life is now mine.
Very well. I understand. Perhaps if you... Oh, we just lost somebody. Apologies, the stream cameras have messed up in the middle of that. While we await information, perhaps maybe you could join us. I can certainly find out what you seek.
Who would I be joining exactly?
Well, you must have heard of the Vanguards of the Wild. We are the largest adventuring guild in all of Creydor.
And you would want me to join your guild?
Well, as Earthfield is a testament to, the world is becoming ever more fraught with danger. And we could use someone with your skills.
And would I be able to rely on your support in killing this man who has wronged me?
The guild does not condone outright murder. However, if there is just cause, I give you my word. Perhaps something we can discuss further as we become to know each other a little better.
Very well, and I think I can get on board with that. And if you could just promise me that you will look for this man and stand aside if I must kill him alone.
Again, I'll reiterate, if there is just cause, very well. A deal, let's say, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, eh?
Very well, I think. If we'll look at whether or not we can come to this compromise further down the line, but if you can look for information in the meantime, I would appreciate it.
That I will, Brodersen. When I make a promise is kept. And, of course, you'll be awarded with gold as well as any information I uncover regarding your request. What could be better, eh? And he does a stomach chuckle.
Very well.
Do we have an agreement?
Brodersen reaches out his hand to shake.
Excellent, and he puts his hand out, and yeah, you make a formal agreement. Great, and I guess we have a little bit of chit chat, and as we're sort of talking, there's another knock on the door, and it's Scomron. It's like, hey, Savea, did you want me to bring the rest of the guild folk? And he's like, yes, Scomron, please gather them. And yeah, Scomron heads back to the chambers and gives you all a knock on the door. So you're all awoken one by one. How's everybody feeling?
Top drawer now. Felt better and ready to jump out and start the day.
For breakfast, Scomron. We got any more boar left?
There's I don't know how you can eat, Trent. There's some food left over in the dining hall, as well as the room where Savea wants you to meet him. And he's started to look like he's just doesn't want to be up anymore.
I'll sheepishly nudge him as I walk past there and say, is it down here, is it? And see if he, takes a bit of a wobble. If he's got a hangover.
Excellent. Yeah, so are you all gonna follow him?
Yeah, I think so.
Room? So yeah, okay, a few moments sort of pass, he lets you get up, similar to Brodersen, and you start to make your way to the room. He's also called the rest of the guild, so the scouts are there. The Mudmat and Hadron, the guild scouts, as well as Scomron, and the other guild group, so Kikath and Buttrick. So you all gather in that room, and yeah, Savea just thanks you all for coming. And he says, and in fact, before I tell you what he says, apologies for everybody on the stream. We're just having some tech issues with the camera, so we're just gonna take just a brief minute pause, and we'll connect back in. Just one of our Colin is having trouble. Cathbad's having trouble getting back in, so I'm just gonna pause for a minute and just give everybody an opportunity. Take a bit of a quick early break, and we'll just come back in about a minute or so, if that's okay.
Sounds good.
Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, we're just still experiencing some technical difficulties, but rather than keep you on the screen, we thought we'd just have some general chit chat. We were just saying how we think Gav's accent, Brodersen's accent, is his top draw.
It was all about the accent. It was all about Brodersen and how we anticipate that the accent is going to go from strength to strength. It's going to be amazing. It's going to get more accurate to wherever the hell he's supposed to be from. Yeah.
From up the north.
And the south, and the east, and the west, yeah.
I reckon wherever we go on the map, right, and Mike starts, picking accents out for regional dialects, I reckon you should be behind him, following him, doing the same ones.
I'm not looking forward to doing his regional accent now. I think that I've got a lot to live up to. It's clearly been practicing. So just a question from in chat there. So last session we described our sort of characters, how they looked. But yeah, do you all have backstories? And I guess the sort of quick DM's response and caveat to that is yes, they all do, but not all of them want to reveal what their backstories are. But yeah, I'll maybe hand over to who's here at the minute and see what you want to divulge to the stream and the community.
Yeah.
Read mine a sec to try and remember it.
I mean, yeah, like I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, I was like really excited when I saw a bunch of monks performing at a town fair, and I thought it looked really cool, so I joined up really young and spent a lot of time away from people, and this is the first time I've been around loads of people, and I'm really excited about finding loads of cool ancient artifacts and taking them back to the monastery and going, look what I found, it's amazing. And yeah, just really enjoying being out away from the monastery and among people and learning about how different people operate, and kind of seeing all these types of individuals like Lovak, who I would never have seen in the monastery.
Really cool. So that's really interesting. That you saw some people in a fair and you were like, yeah, I want to be like them.
Yeah, they were doing like kung fu, Mike.
Okay, that is cool, to be fair.
Yeah, they had nunchucks and everything, and shurikens and all sorts. It was amazing.
Nice.
They do the whole William Tell Apple thing with a shuriken.
Yeah, but they did it with a kumquat.
I'm not familiar with the kumquat.
It's quite small.
You'll have to show Brodersen that trick one day.
Oh, I'll show you. All right.
Or performance check on that one.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, after a few beers as well.
Brodersen will provide the apples. You provide the kumquats.
Okay. You have a deal there, Brodersen.
For friend is from Fairwater, but has spent the last 2 years on a ship called the Rock Bottom, which I don't think anybody in the party actually knows that yet. And the captain's name was quite funny as well. I'm not going to find it quick enough, but he had a really funny name. So he's been out at sea for 2 years at least anyway, so it's been pretty easy life. Captain Fizztop was his name. So that's pretty cool.
Captain Fizz.
There you go then. Yeah.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I feel like I really wrecked the overlays. I'll be back.
It's alright.
Well done.
What's a bit of tech issues, you know? It's live
Except
streaming.
I,
Nothing ever
Trent
goes
and
right when you
Brodersen.
live stream. I told you at the start we're professionals, guys. Come on.
Hey, Gav's in my slot. I don't like that.
We've been talking about our
Steady.
backstories and stuff. It's been really good, and we've definitely talked about the accent.
What
Definitely.
accent?
Oh, wait. I've done something.
The
here.
only accent anybody's talking about at all at the moment.
Wait, someone's doing an accent?
Oh, maybe like what I heard Gav doing normally is an accent, right?
What's real anymore?
No one knows.
We got a double Cathbad thing going on here, so give me a sec to see what the hell has gone wrong here, because I've got two Cathbads and I've lost Brodersen, so yeah, very interested.
Oh, no.
Still no Ezra though.
What about your backstory?
My backstory.
Yeah.
Like, as I don't want to give too much away.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, Lovak grew up in a goblin clan. Many bugbears, many goblins, and hobgoblins there. But Lovak, he's quite small actually for a bugbear. And,
Aren't you about like 7 foot?
just shy, 6'9".
Okay.
Yeah. So he was actually bullied, and was an outcast, and his main role was to basically fetch the goblins who would run away. So he was a bit of a kind of sheepdog, I suppose, and bringing back the naughty goblins back. And he just got fed up and wanted to kind of leave and make a name for himself. And then while he was traveling south, there was a goblin attack at Caldern. So Lovak sorted it out. Many humans there to witness it. And one of the humans was from the guild, and he got an invitation down south to wherever we met everyone. Who was that? Dunmulder, right?
Dumbledore, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he headed south and met you guys.
Amazing. Bit of a journey for you, and definitely not the norm of society to have a bugbear. So you've fronted up a change of lifestyle, right? And yeah, acceptance is becoming a thing for you as a bugbear, I guess.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Five humans, one bugbear is not a group you see very often, is it?
Especially as jokes revolving around eating humans, right? Or
Yeah.
which we uncovered last session that maybe he's not joking, but still.
We've been awfully laid back about it, though, haven't we? Like, do you know, we're like, yeah, okay, cool.
Well,
You're not going to eat
he's
us.
not
like-
human, is he? So
Yeah,
it's perfectly normal for him.
yeah.
I
mean,
cook them, you eat them.
Have you ever cooked a bugbear, Brodersen?
No, but I've cooked the furbolg.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
No, I haven't really.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for giving us a little bit of a background to your characters there for the benefit of the viewers. Cathbad, hopefully we're back in and okay now.
Yeah, touch wood.
Awesome.
Do you want me to give any backstory? Or are we cracking on?
Yeah, actually, we may as well. There's no hurry to get back to the story while we're talking about this. So yeah, you may as well give a sort of brief introduction to your background.
Okay, so Cathbad was comes from a long line of druids. Both his parents are druids, but obviously druids kind of attuned to the natural world. And where Cathbad grew up, just outside Tradecrest, it was very kind of run down. Not too many trees around. Quite near some old battlefields and stuff. So as he was kind of growing up and becoming a young man, he sort of became disillusioned with the whole nature lifestyle and kind of is seeking out some sort of change from joining the Adventurers Guild. So he's trying new things and trying to get away from his sort of humdrum upbringing in a way, and sort of getting back in touch with some of his innate druid powers.
So again, a sort of changing lifestyle for you as well, right?
Yeah, just trying to get away from his boring hometown life, and again, being a bit of an outsider, sort of living with his druid parents, sort of on the outskirts of town, sort of considered a bit weird and wacky. Never really felt like he fitted in, but here's a new adventure and chance to seek out some new exciting stuff.
Amazing. So yeah, thanks for all the backstories there, guys, and little snippets into your characters. Really interesting to see how they develop. There's a lot going on in your lives that is yet to be revealed. So let's just see how the story progresses, and with that we'll come back. So you've all been awoken now, and you arrive in the room, as I mentioned, where Brodersen was talking with Savea, and he welcomes you all to the room, and the first words that come out of his mouth are, "First off, I must commend you all for your deeds in the Plaguelands. You have saved many a life and carried the guild's name with honour, so I thank you for that. More importantly, however, the news that you bring of the gods is both intriguing and disturbing. But thanks to you, we now know far more today than we did a week ago. So, what we thought is true. The gods are no longer with us. Very concerning.
It feels like something I've always known, that the beauty and nature stripped out of the world, and now it's here in front of us.
Aye. And it does explain all the darkness and plight that is now plaguing the lands of Creydor. We are too thinly stretched to push back all of these things. However, we must continue to do what we can. Otherwise, what we all visioned during the trial of the elements may in fact come true. Those who took the path of darkness will know of those visions. Is there anything else that the Garlig told you that perhaps you didn't tell in your story last night? Anything that may help us uncover the next piece of the puzzle?
Oh, I think we told you of everything. I don't think we held anything back. I didn't when I was telling you, at least.
Okay. Are you actually lying, or do you think, like, when you told the story, you actually told everything that you could remember?
I literally told everything
Okay.
that I could remember.
Cool. So you mentioned the
more about this
Forgotten
too.
Mountains to him, then, yeah?
Yeah, everything.
Okay. So I guess with that, then, yeah, he's just like the Forgotten Mountains. Aye.
The druids that we met along our travel, my people, mentioned the Forgotten Mountains too. I definitely find my thoughts drifting to that place. It feels important to me.
Of which druids do you speak, Cathbad?
We came across a female druid, in... Oh, God, I can't remember where it was.
The pub, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were... No, hang on.
It was a pub in Kuram, I think, right?
Yeah, it was early. Yeah, Kuram.
She was with the wizard that had cheated on the woman who had the talking horse, right? Which
That's
you
right.
resolved with some marriage counselling, so...
But yeah, as you can see, those characters stuck in my memory very well. I believe her name was Glinran. But yes, she too spoke of her going to the Forgotten Mountains, I believe. And yes, Trent, that was what was in the diary you found as well, was it not?
Indeed, it was. Yes. Diary I gave to Skomron.
What can it mean, Savea? Well, in my mind, everything seems to be drawing me there. I don't know if it's some power I feel, or I'm not sure.
Perhaps, just a need to return home. Sometimes we all feel that as adventurers. But Skomron does pitch in and he's like, "Hi! That diary that you uncovered in the cave
Rust monster.
with our rust monster, was I? The gold sword merchants, was it?
That was it.
Aye. One of their members recalled meeting a druid within the Ashandra. Is that correct?
Chandra Forest, yes.
That name's ringing a bell as well, the forest.
Aye. And yes, we uncovered that perhaps the druids north of the Forgotten Mountains in Gandryll perhaps may know more. However, the druids we don't have a good relationship with.
I will sort that out, no problem.
Hmm.
People always warm to us.
We're good at counselling.
Aye, but they're odd people. No offence, Cathbad.
None taken. Tell me about it.
These particular druids are not welcome of outsiders.
We're not welcome of outsiders.
Well, yeah, you're part of the guild. Come on. We're more
Surely
than
they'll-
welcoming. We have tried to gain their favour in the past on several occasions, but were treated with the same disliking they seem to have of most folk in this world. We are seen as a disturbance to their more peaceful ways of living.
Reminds me of my parents.
They'll totally warm to us, Savea. Guaranteed.
Would they be more welcoming of another druid?
Yeah.
Yeah, surely they'll listen to us if I just asked for their help.
Well, there's no harm venturing there. But I would say hold no expectations of any answers.
What's the journey like to the Forgotten Mountains? Would we be expecting danger on the way?
Aye, well, We've already discussed that the land is blighted in darkness at this moment. I don't think any journey is safe, not even the trade routes that now exist between some of the cities of this realm. There are options. You can either go straight to the Forgotten Mountains from Earthfield, or via Gandryll and approach the mountains from the south. Well, from the north, but to the south of Gandryll.
Just gonna, as you're saying that, grab my map and just start having a browse while you're talking.
Did you say the druids were at I'm gonna say Gandryll?
I'm gonna pull the other overlay on, and I'm gonna hope the cameras are in the right place, because it will give the audience at home as well the view, hopefully. So we are a couple of cameras out there, so let me just move these two around. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, you can for the people at home and on the stream, you can probably now see the area that we're in on the map. So the adventurers are currently in Earthfield, and we're talking about whether or not to go direct to the Forgotten Mountains, or perhaps to Gandryll to the north, or Gandryll to the north. Drent, does that help to answer your question as you pull out a map?
Could you point to me on the map where the druids would likely be?
So there is a settlement of druids in Gandryll.
In Gandryll.
Okay.
Then
So
I think it's definitely worth going to see them first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The path of least resistance to get in maybe where we want to go.
The other thing that we might need to bear in mind is the conditions. If we do go to the Forgotten Mountains, we might need some supplies, some fur coats.
Aye, that we have in the guild stores. No problem, Cathbad.
I mean, I've got this cool magic ring that keeps me warm, but you guys won't be so lucky. And I sort of flash my ring of Rose Myrta's cold.
I would say the druids there are unlikely to have met outsiders in some time. Most travellers and merchants avoid that road. It is unkept, and the druids do not provide hospitality for those making their way through it. It leaves an uneasy feeling, which most like to avoid.
A brave band of adventurers like us could surely
Aye.
give that a go.
You have met us, Savea. We are really, really charming.
I do not doubt that, Grizz. Like I say, there is no harm in trying your charm, let's say, with these druids, and perhaps they might take a liking to one of their own. Again, no offense, Cathbad.
None taken.
Perhaps that is what we've been lacking all along. Somebody of their own lineage to find a way in.
Okay, so we go there, and basically we just like hype you up as being the best druid ever, and you're like on the world tour of druiding, wherever that should be, and you're there to give them a seminar on how to be a better druid, right? That's what we do.
I mean, I don't know if you want to start preaching to them. They might not take too kindly to that, but I like the world tour part.
You could show them your staff. They'll like that.
I doubt they'll have a staff this cool, and then I flash my new magic staff as well. But sorry, I'm showing off.
A word of warning. I'd say do not try to lie to them. They are known to see through people who come with such lies. Perhaps that is not the route in, but then, hey, we have never had any success, so I shall leave it to your judgment.
How many druids live in this settlement, Savea? approximately?
We never truly get account of the size. They are not very hospitable, as I say.
Yeah.
He looks at Skomron, and Skomron's like, "Nay, I don't know."
Okay, just because if they turn on us and there's a lot of them, that could be trouble. But
Cathbad, why would they turn on us?
well, I mean, they shouldn't. But my people are strange folk, as has been mentioned, and I take no offense at this. That's part of why I left my home for new pastures. But I feel like there's answers there, and I feel like there's much for me to learn about my own powers, as well as what is plaguing the country right now.
Yeah, like we turned the plague lands into just lands, right? So we can tell them about that, and that's got to be good news.
Yeah, that's a great point. Actually, we've
done
our
things.
bit. Yeah,
We're not just showing up, just be like, yeah, tell us everything you know and get out of our way or anything.
we're very eco-friendly explorers. We've planted some new trees, and yeah, they should.
We'll make sure that Lovak doesn't mention eating people.
Maybe
we can try.
Nying. Maybe we bring a Nying as a gift.
An iron, did you say?
Nying. Sorry, it's goblin talk. Maybe we bring a gift.
Oh,
Maybe,
we could. Yeah.
Yeah,
what do druids like, Cathbed?
Animals.
Trees and animals and nothing
Yeah.
else.
Okay. Take them a little pot plant or something, maybe.
Cactus.
Yeah, cactus. Yeah.
Herbs for grog. Spices.
I mean, are they going to be outright aggressive to us, or just going to try and ignore us and not help us? I mean, we can persuade them. We can ask them if they have any quests they need us to do to help us in return, or any horses they need to have me to have a word with.
I think we'll have to find that out when we get there, if no one has had any dealings with them in a long time.
Well, that seems like the best option, and at least it gives us a little bit of a chance to get an idea of what the Forgotten Mountains are like.
Yeah,
because they'll know all about it if nothing else, right?
Aye, and we have sent many an expedition to the mountains. The area is vast and dangerous. We've returned nothing of interest before. Granted, there is such a large area to cover. We may have missed something, but...
Things are my jam.
And Savea sort of looks and he's like, "Aye, Skomron, that is a very good point. Perhaps we should send more experienced guild members to uncover the truth."
Oh, now you've got me kind of worked up. What do you mean more experienced? Who have you got that's more experienced than us?
Have you ventured into the mountains before, Grizz?
I've lived in the mountains. Up north. Closer to where things are actually, crazy.
Born and bred in the mountains.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You merely adopted the mountains. Grizz was born in it.
Yeah. They called me the mountain goat back in the monastery.
Oh, that's a great title.
Yeah.
And he's like, aye, fair. And he looks at Skomron. I suppose there are not many groups in the vicinity now. And Skomron sort of shakes his head, and it's just like, the only other group would have been Bracken's group, but with Bracken gone, Bor rest his soul. Yes.
Trent, is this reverse psychology that they're trying to pull on us at the moment or something?
I think they're just seeing if we're, up to the task in how we respond.
Okay, I'll just let him talk then.
And Savea's like, "Aye, Grizz, I can see you're upset. I mean no disrespect. Merely that you have endeavoured much the past few days, and may prefer some much-needed rest, and help Skomron and the locals rebuild the town, perhaps.
I feel like our skills lie. Sorry, John.
No, I was just going to say, I believe the reason we joined the guild was because we were sick of building houses or menial tasks, and that we probably wouldn't do that even if we was given the task. May as well give us one that we would do.
Yeah, we came here to adventure for you. I feel like we're wasted being stuck in Earthfield. We've helped the way we can, and
Aye.
we've got bigger fish to fry.
Very well, very well. You have shown much skill, and Skomron has vouched for you. Very well. It is settled then. You will head off to the Forgotten Mountains via Gandryll.
Skomron, have you got everything you need to travel with us?
I dunna think my responsibilities here will allow me to go, dear Drent. It has been a fine honour to have adventured with you and fought besides you within the Plaguelands. However, my duties lie within Earthfield.
Maybe another time then. It's been nice having you around.
Hey, well, I'm a jolly old laugh, so why would it not be? Who else gives a lightning bolt in the ass, he?
Indeed.
But he has got a bit of sadness in his sort of face. Like he's connected with lots of adventuring crews over the years, as which he's told you some stories about. But yeah, I don't know. You see a bit of a connection with him. Okay. Anything you want to sort of chat about before, Skomron's already getting the provisions ready and your horses?
We do have a thing to discuss about the tithe to the guild that we haven't sorted out yet.
Oh yeah, our accounting stuff.
You weren't able to take all of the treasure, were you? So
Yeah, we've got it written down what we had, but I don't think we have it in our inventories. Split up and 10% it off.
I did math at some point and had it written down that we was going to gain 251 gold and 25 silver each, but I have no idea where I got that from.
That's so precise.
No idea. I've got numbers written down, right?
That's excellent. I love
large sums, and then I've just got literally written down 251 gold, 25 silver each. And then when I read it earlier, I put question mark on my own notes.
That's awesome, because I am never doing that kind of math on this stream.
So, did you include all the gems and stuff there?
I'm pretty sure that's with them included being sold at obviously the price.
So what we'll say, right, is that you all add 100 gold each for now, but the guild will gather the rest of the treasure, sell the gemstones that you've uncovered and any trinkets, etc. That you haven't kept, and will then obviously you've trusted them before and they've given you the gold after, so
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sounds good.
So the rest will be delivered via mail.
They're funding us
for next session. Send a messenger. Where's my gold?
I mean, where will we come and meet Savea once we've done this? Will we come back to Earthfield and meet up with you?
I have pressing matters to attend. My journey to Ironwater to follow the giants that were venturing south. I was on my way to Kendiff when I heard of your news, and I was arranging a guild group to protect the region around Ironwater. So I still have those pressing matters to attend to, and a meeting of the council of mages has been called as well, which I must attend. So you will likely find me in Kendiff.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't need us to go fighting mountain giants or answering calls of council instead? I jest.
Oh, yes, and he does another belly chuckle. I do admire your courage, Trent. A giant may be too much for you at this point, however. Have you seen a giant, Trent?
Yeah, I killed a dragon. How bad could it be?
I let you have that one, Trent. I shan't speak of it anymore. Yes, you revel in your slaying of a dragon. But yes, we shall discuss such tales again. Yeah, and you all end on a bit of a jolly note, and yeah, Scomron goes and gets the provisions, and yeah, starts to saddle up your horses as you prepare your journey northward.
Is my horse going to be ready?
Yes. And if you all have names for your horses, those who've had horses prior to this session,
are they alive?
Yeah, we put them
Oh,
Yeah.
our horses got infected.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they're fine now.
Mine was the last one, so mine's got half a chance.
I don't want to be the person that kills off horses, so yeah, horses are absolutely fine. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to name your horses, then crack on.
I had a horse from one of the very first sessions called Summit.
Oh yeah,
So-
I give you that name, didn't
I'm gonna keep that going.
I refuse to name my horse, and I ride without a saddle. Just remember that.
If it's not the same horse, mine's just Summit too.
Nice.
Mine's called Bub.
Bub. And Brodersen, you've also been given a horse by the guild. It's up to you if you want to name it.
Is Brodersen to come with us?
It is. Aye.
Is-
Good
is-
question, Trent. It's been agreed that Brodersen will be joining you upon your journey.
Oh, fantastic. We could have a go at making that ale together.
Yeah, maybe you can cook for the druids and stuff.
Or for us on our journey.
Not so sure the druids will take to the ale, but we can have a go.
I've been acquiring the taste for it on our way here a little bit, Brodersen. So if I can learn it, maybe they can. But who knows? Maybe that's the gift they've been waiting for.
Yes, well, we can only hope. Right?
Has anyone seen Ezra this morning? Is there a horse prepared for him?
That is a good question. And I'm sorry to be a bearer of bad news, my friends. But when I knocked for Ezra this morning, all I'd uncovered was a note.
Oh, okay.
Ezra can write? No, I'm joking.
Harsh.
Didn't have barbarians could write.
Aye.
Look, he's done it all joined up and everything.
What does the note say?
I'm trying to find it. One sec. Yeah, and he pulls it out. He's like searching. It's like, I put it around somewhere. It's just like he's huffing and puffing, like, I'm just not in the mood for this, Cathbat. You are not hungover. And he pulls it out, just like scrumpled, just like he's completely forgotten about it. Like, and it reads, "It's no secret that I have not felt myself ever since my rebirth at the royal chamber. Having cheated death, I feel as though I now owe my time to a different kind of adventure. It is therefore with regret I must leave the guild. It has been a pleasure adventuring with you all. I don't consider many as friends. However, you will all have a place at the hearth of my tavern. May the blessings of Flidace guide you. May your plunder be too much to carry, and may the guild tax collectors never catch wind of it. Hey, what? Drink to the fallen and seek the next adventure. Signed, Ezra.
May I look at the note as well, please?
Yeah, he hands you the note.
Okay.
It looks as though our brother Ezra, it was all too much for him.
Hmm.
Did he at least remember his axe?
Is this legit?
And as far as I'm aware, there was very little left remaining in his room.
Can I roll an insight check on the letter to see if it's like if it looks suspicious?
You can also do an insight check on Scomron if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Where is my? Is it gonna work today?
It's the first roll of the session, right?
Yeah. I mean, rebirth of the royal chambers doesn't sound very Ezra, does it?
So Drent's natural one that's been sitting there all night is followed up by Cathbad's natural one. So, you can't write this stuff.
Oh yeah, it must be legit. Oh well.
Yeah, you're like, it looks like something Ezra would write.
I didn't think he could write a minute ago, but yeah, checks out.
You have no reason to disbelieve Scomron. He seems legitimate.
Okay.
It's a shame. He was a good warrior, a good
It's a
fighter.
bit odd, isn't it? He dies once and then that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you won't catch me packing in after dying just once.
Are you intending on dying, Gris?
I mean, eventually. Hopefully not in the near future, though.
The only thing I will say is when I looked in his room, some of the wall had been damaged and there was a little bit of blood. Perhaps he had another nightmare.
Yes, Ezra's rage is well known amongst us.
Yes, I'm doing all the hunting now.
Finding more scorpions, yeah, Lovak? Great.
With one less member to come with us, I think we may need some more supplies, Scomron. Could you help us out with a few bolts for my crossbow at least, and maybe some arrows?
Aye,
for some
aye.
others?
Take what you need. You know how we operate and...
Adding
I
1
trust
million
you.
crossbow bolts to my inventory.
Can you carry 1 million crossbolts? Madness!
Not with these arms.
And Brodersen, help yourself to whatever supplies you need.
Knives, forks, whatever you
Oh,
need.
very well. I'll. Do you have a hog available?
You're thinking more in the lines of something to replace Ezra's great axe, Brodersen, but
Aye,
Yeah.
we have some shadow steel, short swords, daggers there, perhaps.
Brodersen holds up his meat cleaver and his boning knife. No, I think these will do. Thank you, though.
Boning knife.
He kind of looks at you guys and puts his hand over his mouth and he's like, "Good luck with that one." And yeah,
So hard not to joke.
okay. What we'll do there then is, yeah, you gathered all the supplies and you're ready to start your journey off north. So I appreciate we did have a little quick break. So let's have the proper mid-session timeout now. Let's have a quick 5-minute break, if that. We'll see when everyone gets back, just to grab some drinks, go to the toilet, etc. And we'll meet everybody back here in about 5 minutes.
Oh, cheers.
And welcome back, everyone. We've just had our quick break. So yeah, we're gonna pick up the story with the adventurers carrying on their journey to Gandryll. So, as you get your sort of mounts ready, and they've all been prepared for you. You start to saddle up, and you say your farewells to everyone from the guild that you've been a part of for the sort of last week or so in Earthfield, and your journey with Scomron. And you start to head off on your travels north. But before you sort of ride off too far, Scomron shouts, "Aye! Wait for me! I gotta come with you, lads."
Oh.
I've spoken to Savea. I'm gonna join you for a wee little while.
Alright, Scumrun. Watch out for lightning this time.
Who says we want you this time, Scomron?
I thought we
Someone
lost
better
him.
now.
Oh, well, is that the way you think, Brent? Well, maybe I'll just go back to the guild hall and drink some ale.
Oh, you brought ale?
Aye.
I suppose you're okay then.
Aye.
You eat too much, Scumrun. Eat less.
Feels a little bit self-conscious for a moment. Looks down and is like, nah, I'm fit as a fiddle. Hey, you saw me in that tomb, Lovac.
You were eating our supplies, yes.
Good to have you on board, Scomron.
Thank you, Grizz. At least one of you want me. Cool, and he saddles up his horse that, probably would have been prepared for Ezra. And, begins his travel northward. He said, he might not join you to Gandryll, but I'll certainly join you on my route to Kendif. There's some guild business I need to attend.
We'll take what we can get from you.
Aye. Cool. Yeah, and you start your journey north, and as you begin your travels along the Emerald Way towards Kendif, you begin to take in the countryside around you. As you look outward towards the rolling hills to the west, you see the scars and ruins of the old dwarven mines that once mined the emeralds that gave this road its very name. And Scomron at this point says, "Aye, local law and tales say those closed due to fierce mining and competition taking place in the great dwarven cities that chisel their way into the colossal mountains, Doldan, Dunmuldur and Kazakbar. Others say feudal skirmishes between the nearby human settlements made it difficult and costly to mine. There's even stories, guys, that the mines were haunted by spirits." And he chuckles to himself. "And the mining expeditions there, they've disappeared. Aye. But that is why they're left abandoned." And he sort of carries on chuckling to himself of telling you those stories and trying to scare you. You carry on your way northward, and over the course of a few hours you encounter a small number of travellers along the route, comprising of merchants and traders and some folk generally making their way to the southern villages and unlikely to the city of Dunmuldern. A few short miles from the road that breaks off west to Gandryll, you see one particular group of travellers coming down the road toward you. It catches your attention. They don't look like your typical merchants, and some members of the group are wearing hooded cloaks, similar to the group you met in Curam during the festival.
No, those guys.
There looks to be about 5 or so travelling, and there's sort of one leading the carriage, which is being pulled by a horse, along with 2 riders and 2 following closely on foot. Do you want to all give me a perception check? And I'm going to switch view here, and hopefully this is okay. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Oh, except for me.
My extension isn't working, but I rolled an 18 in D&D Beyond.
Oh, see you did.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so I can see everybody's rolls now. It's a 19, 7, 13, 18. Okay, great. Cathbad and Lovac. Yeah, so Cathbad, Lovac, you sort of look a little bit closer, and you're the first to notice this. And you see that the 2 riders on horseback are wearing dark cloaks which cover their body, and they're wearing splint armor and look as though they've been in a fair few scuffles. The rest of them are also wearing dark cloaks. Some of them have their face concealed. And they see you approach, and they maybe perhaps you perceive them noticing you stand out as well to the typical traveller or merchants along this route, and they sort of stiffen up and sort of close ranks around the carriage. And Lovac and Cathbad, as you take a closer look, you notice a ring stand out on one of the coach driver's fingers, which confirms your suspicions. You see a flame at the center of the signet ring with a lightning strike going through it. And I just realized I'm totally unprepared and I haven't got my dice.
There was the lightning flame.
It is white. A white
Oh,
lightning.
white
I think that
lightning
changed
blade.
along the way. Yeah.
Maybe we'll just call them the White Lightning.
Other ciders available, by the way.
Okay, sorry, I was just rolling my dice. I had to go get them. Oh God, what DM comes without his dice? Huh?
Guys, we might have action, yeah. Prepare yourself.
You're right, and as you sort of look, the carriage driver notices you looking and sees the Vanguard necklace around your neck, just as you've seen the signet ring on his finger. He gives a foul gaze towards you as he nods to the riders to each side of the carriage. The riders start to break and fan out from the group, pushing out to the sides of the road as if to cover their flanks. And as the 2 on foot towards the rear of the carriage, they push back a little further, and the carriage comes to a grinding halt as the driver reaches to his side to reveal a crossbow from beneath his cloak. We roll initiative. Hey, first initiative of chapter 2.
Don't forget. Oh, hang on. We should probably check our tokens first, right?
Yeah, let me switch the scene over and we'll get that cracking.
Oh my god, combat? How does this work?
Been a while, right?
Oh, more than a while.
Oh, wrong one.
God, how do you even do markers now? It's this one, right?
So yeah, the
Oh wait, Ezra's not there. Okay.
yeah. So I've replaced Ezra with Scomron. Sorry. So, which I also need to pull up his stats.
Turn orders, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't put the turn order up.
Where's with a good roll though? Broder.
Are they the ones that? They're from the last session, so I'm going to clear that.
They were accurate to what everyone rolled just now.
They were right.
I had the ones from Dagalik's tomb up there on mine though.
Oh right, okay.
So I'm going to add you all individually.
Whew.
Broder with that nat 20.
I believe this is the first combat we've done in like 6 months, and we're starting on horseback. I mean, you know.
Are you intending on getting off your horse? That's the real question.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to see Grizz fighting on top of this horse. You know, like is it the Mongols who fire arrows on horseback? You know, while facing backwards and that. I want to see you do your monk stuff on it.
Yeah, that's like, you know, getting up close and personal though, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, whip out some capoeira or whatever it's called. You know, you're spinning round.
Absolutely.
Bob's a wimp. He'll run off. So I'm gonna dismount.
I suppose we don't really want the horses to die, do we?
Yeah, otherwise it might take us a little bit of time.
There's one more I need to roll. Okay, so anybody who hasn't put their number in the initiative order, can you check it in, please? Or do you need me to do it?
I did mine. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, mine's in now.
Oh, and I need to roll Scomron.
This.
Mine isn't going in for some reason.
What did you roll?
20. Nah.
Oh, nice.
22, right? Yeah, 22 with a nat 20.
First session in and top of the turn order. Amazing.
Broder's keen. Let's see what weapons he has. I can see it now throwing plates and.
Yeah,
mean ladle on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their actions just before we went into initiative was just to fan out on the flanks, and the two at the foot sort of settle back from the rear of the cart. But we shall start the first turn of combat with Brodersen.
So Brodersen is going to. Should I be able to control him, the token?
Yes, you should be able to. Can you not?
No, I don't have any control. Yeah, there we go.
And you should be able to control the horse as well now.
Okay, cool. Do that. So, Brodersen, what's the movement speed on the horse?
So I believe
60.
60, yeah. And a horse can... Oh no, I can take an action when it's not mounted, right? So yeah, it's 60 feet.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Gonna give the horse a bit of a spur, and going to move. So 10, 20, 30, 40, up to the left flank, and then. Do I have any remaining movement after the horse?
So your movement is independent of the horse. So you get the horse's movement. If you were to
Plus mine.
mount or dismount, it takes then your movement. So whatever your movement is, you take half of that to mount or dismount. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like to do something a little bit probably more technical. Which is kind of gallop towards the tree and try and grab onto a branch, and kind of swing up into the tree.
Okay. Do you want to give me an acrobatics check or something for your dismount?
Yep. So. That's a 7.
7. So what I'd say is you grab the branch, but instead of flipping yourself into the tree as you'd planned, you sort of break your fall and you land just off the side of your mount, so you don't fall or fumble.
Okay, cool. Do I have any movement remaining?
So you get half of your movement that's remaining, yeah.
Okay. So with that remaining movement, I want to try and climb the tree. So kind of landed at the base of the tree, and just like try and climb up again.
That's fine. So again, it's going to take half of your movement to climb that tree. So all you'll have left at this point is your action.
Mm-hmm. But I'm in the tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And draw my my knives, and hold my turn. And what I'd be looking to do is, if they try to advance beyond the tree, is to throw my cleaver at one of them.
Okay. So you're holding your action for anybody who passes by the tree. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, Lovac.
Hey, I'm gonna ride up to the opposite tree. It's been a while, sorry. Here you go.
That's all right.
I will.
Did you?
I didn't take my horse.
You didn't
but
take it.
I wanted to.
Okay.
I wanted to. Yeah, I can't control it. So. Cool. And then I will dismount without any acrobatics or any funny business. A normal leg over, and then I will just drop to the ground, hide maybe behind the stump of the tree, and shoot off my crossbow. It's a hand crossbow.
Okay, and who are you targeting?
Sorry, the nearest one to me, so the guy on the right.
The guy on horseback, yeah?
Yes.
In fact, sorry, it's a lady on horseback.
Oh, sorry. Actually, scrap that. I'm going to shoot for the horse.
You're going to shoot for the horse. Okay. Okay, do you want to roll to hit, please?
Does that come through?
Yeah, 23 hits. Do you want to roll for damage?
I don't get a sneak.
So it's 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, your bolt goes straight into the side of this horse, and obviously it sort of takes the hit and sort of comes off on his two back legs, and yeah, the rider's gonna have to make a dexterity check to see if he stays on the horse.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I would like to hide behind this tree. Obviously, they might know that the shots come from me, though.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to see the horse towards the south of the tree, but the rider fails, and as the horse jeers up, the rider falls off and takes 1 point of damage. Okay. And sorry, what were you doing then? Just staying where you are, yeah?
Yes, please.
Next up is the cloaked rider who's driving the cart, who's pulled the crossbow out, which has initiated this state of play. He has seen both Brodersen and Lovak head off on the flanks, but you're in the trees, just doesn't see where you've gone, so keeps your focus on the rest of the party who are coming up the route, and shoots off a crossbow bolt towards the party.
Good thing I'm directly behind Scomron, right?
Beat shield.
The extra weight he's been putting on, right, Lovak?
Yeah, and from his angle, yeah, he's gonna try to hit Scomron, who's at the center of the rest of the party. And the crossbow flies through the air, and you all just look, because this is within seconds of everything happening, and you just see the bolt fly past Scomron's shoulder, and Drent and Cathbad, it goes between you both, and yeah, you just look at each other like, whoa. And yeah, he misses. Grizz, you're up.
Okay, so what I want to do is to ride my horse first of all. Let me just do that. Oh, I think that gets me to about there, 60 feet, right? So I want to then dismount my horse. And what I want to do then is to use the remainder of my movement to sprint towards this guy on the right that's got off his horse. So I'll kind of just like start pelting towards him and use my kind of rapid movement to kind of get up close to him. So there, basically, and I'm going to start swinging at him with my fists and just try and kind of disrupting with an attack.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh.
So as you go to land in some blows, yeah, the veteran, while sort of taken aback from falling off her horse, just manages to raise her short sword and her arm and just deflects your punch.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action to have another go at that and try and swing in the opposite direction with my other fist to try and attack.
This time it hits, so yeah, you've caught her off guard. She's hit that, but you found a way under, and yeah, you land the blow into her chest.
Fantastic.
Just takes 9 points damage.
Okay, and that ends my turn.
Hey, well done there, guys. Got it there, Grizz, as you hear Scomron shouting from the distance. He also rides his horse. Let's see the distance he can make here. Straight up to so he goes straight up towards the center of the he makes it there and he dismounts, sort of rolls off the horse, and he has another 15. Yeah, he runs up to the carriage and attempts to pull off the hooded fella that's on the top of the carriage, and it's gonna be his strength check. Oh, that was a saving throw. Against his and he fails, so yeah, Scomron manages to pull him off the top of this carriage, and as he bumbles to the floor, he takes 4 points of damage. And Scomron turns around and follows up with his wind sword, and 16, yeah, it hits. That's a really bad roll for Scomron, by the way. And yeah, he just with two-handed swing of his sword smashes down at this hooded human, and it takes 17 points of damage. And he just turns around and said, "Hey, Trent, told you you'd need me." And with that, it's the hooded person at the back. So this one's turn. And yeah, this person, while was like cloaked and looked dark and concealed, rips off like the cloak to reveal a completely different look that you didn't expect. And does that come through? No. Yeah, and you just see someone wearing sort of lighter robes there, quite colourful. This purple colours and black. As you see, it's a woman. So Grizz, you're the closest, and you see her start to form some magic within her hands, and you see a ball of fire start to come towards you. Grizz.
Okay.
One sec. lost the thing. Sorry.
It's okay, the tension's killing me, but
Everything's gone slow motion now.
Yeah. All right, so she's gonna make a roll to hit, and an 11 misses, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So the bolt of fire just goes past you and lands in the trees where Lovak is, but none of the tree catches alight. And that's the end of her turn. Drent, you're up.
Okay. Seeing the sudden change is making Drent a bit more worried than he was after seeing the arrow bolt completely whiff. So he's going to gallop up, jump off his horse, and he's going to shout over to the woman on the floor and say, "You could all just let us pass, and we won't have to hurt you. And in doing so, I would like to use a bonus action to cast, what is it called? Unsettling Words. So it's a minus 1d8 to their next save. And then say, close your eyes, Scumron. And I would like to cast, what's the spell called? Hypnotic Pattern in a 30-foot square to catch the 3 bandits, I'll call them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yep. And it's going to catch the horse as well. And that's a DC save of 15, I believe. Wisdom 15, yeah. So I can draw a line for it. Yeah.
The horse fails.
Fantastic. So it's something like that.
Wisdom.
Like that.
Who else is there? Oh yeah, okay.
It's, yeah.
Wisdom, and so the numbers that have come through, 5 for the horse, 7 for the for the one next to Squamron. Let's give it away there. And what was the DC?
15.
Oh, so the one that shot the firebolt at Grizz succeeds. The
with
one
a
at
minus 1d8?
Oh, with a minus 1d8. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it fails.
Oh.
So they all fail. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to say they're all incapacitated. Try and kill off the other ones first.
So,
you have to make one for Scomron as well, by the way.
Okay.
Assuming he didn't close his eyes when I told him to. But,
I mean, he wouldn't have known what you were trying to.
No.
So wisdom.
Oh, you saved it.
Got 16.
Yes.
Wow.
Nice. So
That
everyone's
went almost perfectly.
everyone's incapacitated.
They are incapacitated, and their movement is reduced to 0 for 1 minute.
What?
Nice spell.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so they're all currently incapacitated. They can't take any action or reaction at this point.
Nope.
Wow.
By the way, that's the first meaningful bit of combat I've done in all the sessions we've played. Apart from killing the dragon, obviously.
All you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, we just
no one
took,
else did anything.
Yeah, we just took the time out, didn't we?
Stood there and watched, I remember.
Was that it, yeah?
Yes, that's the end of my
Okay.
turn.
Cathbad, you're up.
Well, I was going to do something cool, but I don't know if I can do it now. I might still do it because this is all happening so fast that I'm just going to do what I originally had in mind. So, first of all, I'm going to drop off my horse and then just say to the horse, wait here, my friend. This is too treacherous for you. And then I'm going to go put one hand in the air and then cast it down into the ground and like shove my hand into the grass and close my eyes. And with that, I'm going to cast a spell called Erupting Earth.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it, so it's a 20-foot cube of ground, just erupts and becomes difficult terrain. I'm going to cast it here, which was where I'm drawing shape, sorry. Which was where I initially planned to do it, so I'm sorry if it wrecks your spell, Trent. I'm going to put it here. So what I want to do is catch that guy on the right and knock the cart over, if possible. So no one can get to that crossbow. So bear with. Erupting Earth.
Whoa.
So anyone in the area must make a dex saving throw of 14, otherwise they take 28 damage, half as much on a save. So
13. So that's 28 damage, yeah?
yeah.
Wow.
So that is now difficult terrain as well.
Okay.
Where that brown square is.
So as the earth seems to like erupt from beneath this person at the back, yeah, they not only are they incapacitated, in fact, it's a crit on incapacitated, or is it only direct spells? It's worth checking quickly. Oh no, it's not paralyzed, it's just incapacitated, isn't it? Okay.
So would the cart just sort of be, well, I was stuck in difficult terrain regardless, so that's fine. That's all I need. Okay, so for the rest of my turn, for my bonus action, I'd like to use Wild Shape, and Cathbad is going to stand up from the ground and then transform into a direwolf.
Wow.
So let me make sure I've used the spell slot for that. Where is it? And then I'm just going to use the rest of my movement to charge towards. Let's charge towards this guy here, the left-hand guy. So Direwolf has 50 feet of movement. Okay, so if I go there, and I'm in wolf form, and that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Forgive me, I don't have a wolf token.
That's all right.
I'll start prep some ready for you, your random wild forms. But yeah, okay, Cathbad for the sake of this is now a wolf. Oh, nice. Okay. So next up is the one at the back who is incapacitated.
Do they make checks on their turn to see if they're still incapacitated?
Yeah, so what's the check on the spell, Drent?
They do not make a check. They can be taken out of it if someone shakes them. Someone uses their action to shake them, is what I was just reading. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Does that mean the one at the back is out of it because
The
of the
one
damage?
at the back would be out of it, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they can't take an action or reaction, so they currently can't do anything. So super effective.
On a mechanical level, it is a concentration spell, so obviously if I take damage...
Yeah, so they can't do anything, so they're gonna have to forego their go.
What a
The one at the
shame.
back, didn't you say that
The one in the back took the damage from Cathbad, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, good point.
Yeah.
So what was the? Does that shake him out of it?
Yeah, that shakes him out of it.
Right.
Takes damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
got ya.
sorry, I just wanted to still do that, so I knew
Yeah,
it
no,
might,
carry on, mate.
mess it up. Sorry.
Right, got ya. Sorry. That was
But seeing
me.
as I was straight after you, maybe I didn't hear you call out, go for the
Yeah.
others at that point.
Yeah, no worries, mate. It's all good.
Okay, no worries. So that means that they do get their go then.
Just the one though, yeah, Mike.
Just top right guy.
Just the one at the back, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in difficult terrain as well.
Yeah. So
You might have to delete those for me, Mike. I don't know how I create them. Oh, yeah. Do it. Yeah. There we go.
don't worry, mate. It's all right. Yeah. So again, similar to the one earlier, this one seems to lift off the cloak and start to summon some magic from their fingertips. And so they suddenly disappear from where you see them, and they end up next to this other caster and turns around. And did you say it was just any shake effect or anything similar?
It was use their action to shake them out of the stupor, I believe it said.
And yeah, they use their action to shake this person from their incapacitation. Say, hey, come on, wake up! And that's the end of their turn. Next up is the horse rider on the left side, and they are gonna move towards Cathbad. Say, Brodersen, how far into the tree did you get? Is that where you got the square that you're in? Okay. And they're gonna dismount and with their short sword strike down at Cathbad. Yeah, it's a long sword. Sorry.
Brodersen's action go off.
Did you have a crossbow?
Nope. Was the knife.
So you were waiting for them to come close to the tree. Yeah. So just out.
Yeah, I'll try and pass it. So because I was the first to act, I've not come across these people before. So the intent was, broadly that I didn't want to strike the first blow because I didn't really know what was going on. But everyone else kind of was very on guard, and the situation was quite tense.
On the way everyone's moved, they didn't go around the tree, so so they've come around this side and taken Cathbad directly. So strikes down with his longsword. And 19.
Yeah.
You take. Oh, sorry, it's the second one. You take 12 points of damage as the sword swings down, and they haven't finished there. They again lift the short sword and strike and a slashing movement towards your legs, and 19 again. And you take 7 points of damage from the second blow. It sort of sweeps towards your legs and catches you on the side.
My stats are different on that token, but I'm on 18 from the wolf health.
Okay.
I don't know if I can put that in the thing. I'm not sure if I can, but
I'll see if I can give you edit rights. You might be able to.
I'll just change my stats on Cathbad. It's fine.
Yeah. Change your stats on Cathbad to the AC and the HP, and then
that's fine.
Work it from there.
Okay.
Right. And that's the end of their turn. And the next one, is already in combat with Grizz, so we're gonna come over to the right-hand side of the battle map, and the other one is gonna similarly the same style with their long sword strike down towards Grizz. 19. What's within 19s?
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 4 points of damage.
Oh, cool. That's not too bad. I mean, ow.
And again, similarly, they after they catch you with the first blow, which only just tops the part of your shoulder, it's a light graze, come around and try to hit you in the torso, but 10 misses.
Nimbly dodge after taking that first hit.
Okay. Next up, we're back at the top of the turn order. It's Brodersen.
So Brodersen is going to try to sort of hop through the tree branches and come out just above the one that's attacking Cathbad. Try to jump down, bone and knife pointed straight down towards the just between the sort of shoulder blade and the neck. That's the target.
Okay, go for it.
So I think I've got. Yeah, there we go.
You get advantage because you're flanking.
I'll just roll again.
And sorry for the benefit of everyone, I'll just make sure they can see that.
So that's 21.
21. So yeah, that hits.
Cool. So I think that's a.
So is that 9 points of damage?
9 points of damage. Yep.
Nice. So yeah, this person takes 9 points of damage as you catch them between.
Isn't it plus the 3 points of
You
piercing
get
as
3
well?
as well, yeah.
Is it both? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so 12 points of damage. Nice.
And then I think I get to attack with my other weapon as well because I've got 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So we'll also attack with the cleaver. So as the
Advantage again. 24 hits.
So 24.
Takes an additional 15.
Yep.
You
well,
only get
good.
one. You only get one
No.
sneak attack.
Oh, so
So it'll just be the 5 then, yeah.
just the 5. Yep. Okay, yeah. So yeah, your second blow comes in, and yeah, you've done a bit of precision art cutting with your knives there, and done a little bit of damage.
So the first one, the bone and knife, will be going for the kind of shoulder to neck area, and then the cleaver will be coming down in kind of a follow-up swing in towards the arm.
Yeah, so you get just hear a whelp of pain as you catch them with multiple blows across their upper torso. Any further action?
Nope.
Okay, Lovac, you're up.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to sneak across until I'm in plain view, I guess, and then straight up run over to here. I think that's the closest I can get. And because I'm a bugbear, I have a reach of 10 feet, so I can attack melee from here. And I would like to stab him with my short sword, please.
Go for it.
I miss, I guess.
10. Yeah, so as you sort of reach out to hit with your short sword, yeah, just strikes off the side of the sort of a splint shield that is on the shoulder.
Okay, I'll then attack with my Kopesh.
First,
cooking.
first crit of chapter 2.
Nice.
I don't get my proficiencies on this though. So let's roll for damage.
Okay, do you want to break down that damage for me?
That's a complicated.
That's a level strike.
Have you got a guide to go along with that one, Lova?
I don't have advantage, so I don't get the sneak attack.
But you get crit advantage. Oh, so crit die. So the 6 is doubled to 12 plus the 5, 17.
I don't get the +5.
Oh, you don't get a plus 5. Okay, so that's 12. Do you get the... What's the
That's it.
headshot? What about the lightning attack?
It's a magical
Oh,
weapon,
right.
isn't it? So you should get that, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, so I get a 3 on top of that.
It's a 3, is it?
Yeah.
So you get 12, so it's 15 points of damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm out of movement, so that's me.
Okay, and as that sort of strikes through and a jolt of lightning goes through the body of this person protecting this group, start to seem like they're wavering a little bit.
Awesome.
So next up is the one next to Skomron, and he feels like he has no choice. Sort of shakes himself off after being pulled off the cart and looks at Skomron and...
He should still be incapacitated, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's incapacitated. Right. So yeah, avoids his action. Grizz, you're up.
Okay, so inspired by Lovak's big hit, I want to pull out my magical sword and use my bonus action to activate it. So I just shout out, "Boar's light from within," and that activates my my weapon. So I'm going to kind of wildly swing across the body of the bandit, for all we know, and try and hit. So yeah, shall I roll to hit?
Yeah, roll for hit.
17.
Hits.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, and let me just check something. Quick second. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that should be 12 points of damage.
Cool. As this damage comes through, can you tell me how they die as Boar's light starts swinging towards their torso?
Good old Boar's light.
Grizz, can you tell me how they die?
Yeah. So as I kind of cross the body, the radiating energy beams through them, and basically they just completely collapse into two pieces.
Nice.
Okay, so I've still got movement left, haven't I? So let me just see how far I can get to. That's a bit risky. Okay, I'm going to lock up against this one with Scormon just for now, just to potentially, if anything happens, I can support Scormon, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. So next up is Scumron, and yeah, he's just engaged with this bandit that he's pulled off the wagon, and again he just pulls out his wind sword and he smashes down at it, and 30 hits. This takes 11 points of damage, and yeah, as he swings again. Yeah, 20 hits, and takes an additional 13 points. Oh, it's come through as an unarmed strike. I don't know why that. Damage has come through weird there. It hasn't come through in the text chat. Can anyone see the log in roll 20?
Can.
Yeah.
So
I can
we've got-
see an unarmed strike that's come through this. Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't have come through as an armed strike. Just roll 2 sets of new damage. Yeah, so takes 22 points of damage, and again this bandit looks as if they're starting to flail. Yeah. So next up, Drent.
Hey, Trent is gonna shout over who was meant to leave the ones that were stunned. Guys, who's meant to hit the other ones? And then I'm gonna run over here and take a swing at this one here with my rapier. For a 13.
Yeah, unfortunately you don't get a flanking advantage for the horse there. But yeah, so as you strike with your short sword, it misses.
Okay.
Or your rapier.
And I'm gonna end my turn.
Cathbad.
Oh, so in wolf form, I am going to bite this guy. That's my only attack.
You get that with advantage.
Okay. Bear with me 2 secs. I'm going to get the wolf stats back up. Okay, so bite. What's the rolling for me?
Hits. See if you get a
Okay,
crit
just-
though.
Yeah. There we go.
Second one hasn't come through. Did it crit?
Uh-oh, have we lost him?
Oh, is he frozen?
Oh, bad timing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Did you crit? We need to know.
Tell us what you rolled. Oh no. Man down.
Oh, will it be in the D&D Beyond?
It
one?
might be.
It was a 7. Oh,
Trent,
wait.
I'm just going to bring you back into camera a minute so we haven't got half your face.
Probably for the best. There's only one half that's better.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so while we wait for Cathbad's return, we'll we'll carry on just because you're engaged elsewhere in combat at this point in time. And next up, it is the one at the back that sort of use their action to free. Oh, here we are. He's back in.
Sorry,
He's
guys.
back.
It dropped again.
It's alright.
So one hit, didn't it? Of my bites.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, so the
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna do the
so you had
damage roll.
advantage. So 22 hits on the first.
So that's the damage roll.
Okay, so take 10 points of damage.
There's another point here as well. I'll just read out. It says that if the target, where's it gone? If the target is a creature, it must succeed on DC 13 strength saving throw and be knocked prone. Do people count as creatures?
Yeah.
Or? Okay. So yeah, DC 13 strength save or knocked prone.
13 strength save. 21.
Okay.
Succeeds.
No worries. And for my bonus action, feeling inspired from what I can see out the corner of my eye with Boar's Light and Lovac, I'm going to use my combat wild shape to heal myself. So I'm going to expend a level 2 spell slot, and I get 2d8 health back as a bonus action. So let me make sure I've used my spell. I'll just roll it in here. 14.
Okay, so yeah, get 14 points of health back.
Okay. And end my turn.
Nice. So we return to the top of the map, where the person who started casting magic and the two magic casters, actually, it seems, both being awoken from their incapacitation, kind of see the events going on around them and start to see a summoning magic come from the figure towards the back, and in a blink of an eye, both of them disappear.
Ooh.
As almost like a portal seems to appear before their feet, and they both disappear into it. And that's their turn. Next up, so one that's surrounded by you all, including the horse. Yeah, sort of just looking at Cathbad, doesn't know where to look, and yeah, just attempts to strike you with a short sword as swings around, his long sword, sorry, as he swings around, and 11, Colin, does that hit you?
Oh, sorry, to me, it
That's
does
fine.
hit. No, sorry, no, 14 AC.
Your wolf is 14, yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah, misses and continues to swing round and then swings towards Drent. And 20
Hits.
and you take 10 points of damage.
Oosh, nice.
10 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
And he sees the two casters have disappeared and attempts to flee from the group. So
Ow.
he's gonna take an action via Cathbad and the horse, which provokes an opportunity attack from you all.
I'd like to
in an orderly fashion.
Urgently say to this person, yield now before the worst happens.
And
You try and remember the accent then.
as the night goes on, he looks over his shoulder and he sees that the person that's still engaged between Grizz and Scomron is still there, but he is like, yes, please, I've just paid to protect them. Spare my life.
I'll walk up to him and hold my bone-in knife to his throat, and ask for some rope. Is there any rope? Does anyone have any rope?
Drent, Cathbad, I'll allow you both to speak at this point because you all got opportunity attacks.
I'm still a wolf, so.
I'm checking if I have rope.
We had those bands, didn't we? Did you put them in the bag in the end, Trent? Those bands?
No, I assume Cathbad had them, I think, but I can't remember from the other week. I can check later. I do not have rope on me, though, so we'll just have to stand over him and hold him, the two of us. Come on.
I do. I bound forwards because I actually do have rope, but I don't know if I can revert form yet. But I'm trying to make it clear that yes.
Okay,
as a wolf, so yes.
He's almost surrendering to you anyway,
Yeah.
so he's not gonna put up any hesitation.
Okay.
So you don't need to bind him right now unless you're really adamant on binding him.
Just help subdue him with Brodersen then.
Okay. And then we come across to that one's dead. Brodersen, top of the combat.
So with so I'd be around about here. I'll move up 10, 20, 30, and throw one of my knives, the bone-in knife, or the cleaver actually, at the guy that's still up.
Alright, yeah. Roll a hit.
So can anyone help me with a thrown attack with a what is essentially a dagger in beyond 20?
So I'd say, yeah, it's your range weapon attack, isn't it?
But it isn't equipped as a ranged weapon.
I think
I have
had
one
it in my other character.
Range of 20, disadvantage 60.
Yep.
It's close enough for you to hit without it being
Okay.
out of range.
And
So
do you just roll it as a standard attack in D&D Beyond then? Sorry,
Yeah.
Beyond 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a 21.
hits.
Cool. And then there'll be 3 plus the 12 sneak attack.
Oof. So as the cleaver strikes, starts flying towards this bandit. Tell me how it dies.
So the cleaver passes by Scomron, and it embeds itself into just in between this person's neck and shoulder blade. Probably deeper than I was intending for it to sink, but finished the guy off.
Okay, and with that, I think that's everyone other than the one that you'd surrounded and who's surrendered off the battlefield. So you're out of initiative.
I'm going to revert back into Cathbad.
Well, I'll walk over to the horse that I shot and go, sorry, girl. And remove the crossbow bolt and just rub some dirt on its wound.
I'm going to call over to Brodersen and say, do you want me to tie this one up?
Oh, well, I'm not sure what you gentlemen do with prisoners.
I don't think we've had to take a prisoner before.
Usually end up dead when.
I'll tie him up. So I've got two lengths of rope. So I'm going to use one of those to tie up this guy.
Well, excellent. And Brodersen is going to go and pull the cleaver out of this guy's neck.
Yeah, so you go up and like literally you sever an artery as you pull it out, and Scomron and Grizz both just like just covered in blood. It's like, aye, alright, Brodersen, do.
Yeah, so it's true that chefs keep their knives really sharp. Then, okay, yeah.
Oh, for sure. You can't get a pig with a dull knife. Speaking of which, pig tonight, gentlemen.
You're joking, right?
Well, Lovak, I'm sure will enjoy it. Is that right?
Yes. Try less cooking. More raw.
Horse.
Not
Dead horse.
not raw for me, Lovak. The horse would be good though. Do you like some horse strength?
Oh, I'll have whatever's being cooked. We don't.
What
need
about the
dogs.
humans?
Not the humans. Anything else, not the humans. No, like, supernatural creatures and no humans. That's my simple rule. I'd like to
Be
eat some dragon.
surprised.
I'd like to eat some dragon, though.
What about some dwarf, Scomron? Doesn't mind eating a dwarf.
Nay. He's just covered in blood. He's just like, that's Brodersen. Come on.
Is there somewhere I can clean my knives before we set camp for dinner?
Did you not bring a rag with you?
I didn't think I'd need to.
Hey. I'm gonna go wipe my face in this cloth that covers this trailer.
Is there anything in the cart?
He's
Scum?
just there rubbing his
Go look.
face like, ugh. There's some crates in here, lads.
Full of ale, maybe?
Hey, perhaps there is a round barrel, yeah? We might be in luck, boys.
Well, we should probably. Should we have a look in there once we've dealt with this prisoner?
You, what's your name? Yes, you, the one tied up.
He points at me. Points at himself. I'm just a nobody. I'm just a veteran. I just taken the odd job. That's all.
Your name is Nobody Veteran Oddjob. That's an interesting name.
That sounds like a made-up name to me.
I think you might be
Alright.
right there, Grizz.
All right. Yes.
Getting hungry.
My name is not Odd Job, of course. My name's Dunnock.
Well, Danok, if you answer all our questions, you may live. What's in the wagon?
I don't know. I told you I just took this job.
That was pretty dumb then, wasn't it?
Do you question everything that you're asked to do?
Oh, I do, definitely.
That sounds like the smart thing to do, yes.
Hey, well, you don't know. Sometimes we just need to make a living.
And look where that's gotten you.
Aye, I know, granted.
So you don't know nothing about nothing, I'm guessing.
I told you, I'm just...
Looks like you're gonna die then.
Those people who disappeared, like, where do you think we'd find them now?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not a magic user.
Can I make an insight check on whether he is lying his ass off to us?
Roll an insight check.
I would like to take a step closer to him and just breathe heavily over him.
Roll it with advantage. Okay. Yeah, as Lovak steps over, you see, like, in his face, he's almost like grinning in a way. It's like, I know nothing. And, like, Lovak has, started to scare him a little bit.
Do I think that he's lying when he's saying he
Yeah,
doesn't
you think
know?
he's lying.
Okay, I'm gonna say, well, Lovak, it looks like you are gonna get to eat human today. Do you mind if they're still alive when you eat them?
Fresher the better.
Okay. Right, we were commanded to take the wagon to Earthfield, but that's all I know, honest.
It looks like you're gonna lose a finger.
I start salivating.
And he looks at Lovak, he's like, okay. And this is all I overheard, honest.
Because you've been so honest so far.
I heard them talking about someone called the Black Worm. I don't know their name. This is what I heard from them. Honestly, I am just somebody who has taken a job. I'm protecting their privacy with the information that I overheard, okay? And that's why I was lying. They spoke about someone called the Black Worm, and that's all I know.
So, little man knows nothing, protecting the privacy of the people who left him to die in battle. How very noble of you.
Why should I be loyal to them now? Yes? I'll tell you anything I know.
And yet you've lied 4 times already. You're doing so well at this. I suggest you give us more, or you will die. And I am not joking.
And Lovak, do you want to give me an intimidation check at this point? With advantage.
Get him.
Ah,
Can I give him? Can he get double advantage? Is that a thing? As Lovak is breathing down on him, I just want to sort of slap his upper thigh. Do you want me to cut you a piece off, Lovak?
Oh, yes, please.
Let me just get my whetstone out. Maybe a bit of a tough hide on this one. I'll get a whetstone out of my backpack and just start sharpening the knife.
All right. What do you want to know?
Everything. What's in the crates, who those people are who attacked us, and what the fuck they wanted to do in Earthstone? Can't remember. Earthfield.
And how well.
And where are they going back there? It's pretty charred ruins there.
Right. They work for someone called the Brotherhood, okay? And they said they work specifically for the Black Worm. And they're taking supplies to do something in Earthfield. But that's all I know.
The Brotherhood.
Keep sharpening the stone. Lovak, how thick did you want it? Was it like, you know, a pastrami, or would you like it like a roast?
Yes, the latter. I'm getting a bit hungry.
And obviously, as all your patients are wearing thin, Brodersen, do you want to just give me that advantage intimidation check?
I'm just going to edge away while this is happening because I'm slightly not a fan of it. But I'm not stopping it either.
$16 save.
16.
Yeah, he turns really, really serious, and he just shouts in your face. Enough! Insolent fools! You're all false believers. Mark my word, a dawn of a new era is upon us. You will all perish when he arrives to cleanse Creydor of the non-believers. The Great One will come and you are all going to die. Kill me if you wish. I do not care.
I'll kill him already.
And he just puts his hand in the air as if, do it.
Was he bound? Did we?
Yeah,
tie him up?
he's tied up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Is he? Okay, I was wondering if he somehow got some supernatural strength.
my dramatics got carried away.
I'd like to take the butt of the boner knife and smash it into the side of his head to try and knock him unconscious.
So you do that, and he falls unconscious before you, and we'll end this evening's session there.
Oh,
I need to make
Awesome.
a note for next session to say, Brodersen, you're not knocking him out, you're killing him. Do it properly. Nice one, Mike. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, really
Nice.
good.
Thanks, everyone. Sorry, we ran over a little bit there, so just thought it was worth getting that scene out of the way. But just conscious as well, you didn't actually search the wagon.
I know.
So we
Do
might
that first thing, can't we?
leave that to the start of the next session.
Sounds good.
yeah.
But yeah, thank you, everyone. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching the stream live. Again, appreciate there was a few technical errors tonight. We'll look to resolve them as we go forward. But yeah, I think it's a good session. Really enjoyed ourselves. Speaking for myself here, but assume you all did.
Yeah.
It was good.
Loved it.
Yeah, really good.
And also welcome to Gav and his character Brodersen and his fantastic accent.
Thank you.
It's definitely adding a new dynamic to the game. Really appreciate it. And we had our first combat scene tonight as well, which was awesome. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. And of course, if you like tonight's episode, please do, comment, like, and subscribe, as they say. And I haven't got a sign off as Ezra would have hoped. Too busy planning the important parts of the campaign. I'll let you guys come up with that one though. But yeah, no, really appreciate your support, guys, and honestly do subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying this. And if you haven't caught last week's session, like I said, all the links are here. Please do watch. And yeah, we'll look forward to catching you for the next session in 2 weeks' time. And just conscious that people could be watching this at any point, because I can see Mark's face, Grizz for everybody else. That is on Tuesday, so we stream Tuesday 7 o'clock GMT in the UK. So the next session will be on the 1st of February, believe it or not. So yeah, look forward to catching you guys again in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
See ya.
But thanks again for your
amazing
support, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks
And we'll
all.
catch you again soon. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Bye.